All right, we're doing a risk reward analysis quick. So I'm just looking at the allocation of the risk here. I'm just going to go on Tableau because it's easier. Here we go. So from November 1st till now, looking at only wins, only the winners, we see the allocation of the risk, okay? The risk reward, how far it goes. You see here on the top is where I choose to get out. You see on the bottom as a source of truth as to how far the zone actually goes. Okay, this is important because um, I do choose to uh, get out of the trades very soon. So if you look at this, the RR furthest ratio is 40%. I'd choose to get out, roughly 40% how far these zones go. The zones go, or whatever my trades go 100%, I choose to get out at 40%. So I'm leaving about 60% on the table, and that's not a good thing, right? We want to capture as much profit as possible on these wins. So when I do win, it goes 1 to 1 28% of the time, meaning obviously all the ones to the right, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, all of these have gone 1 to 1 too, but I'm saying how far does it actually go? The label is called furthest. So how far does it actually go? Now, on the top, I choose to get out of my trades 74% of the time at 1 to 1. That is largely, um, this is my main thing. I mean, 1 to 1 is obviously the main one, and it makes sense. I'm just trying to get a base hit, right? The issue here is that my data doesn't match that. My data matches, it only goes there 28% of the time. You shouldn't be trading your risk reward should not be 1 to 1. If it goes there only, if it goes there 28% of the time, that means a lot more of the time it goes further, So 28% plus 14%, what's that? I don't even know. 28 plus 14. So about 42% of the time it goes 1 to 1 or less. Okay. So you're automatically going to have a 60% or less win rate. Okay. But that's fine. I mean, anything over 50% is fantastic for a 1 to 1, but if you get a 3 to 1, you only need to win 25% of the time. 4 to 1, 20% of the time. 5 to 1, 16.6% of the time. 7 to 1, I mean, 6 to 1, excuse me. 6 to 1 is 1 divided by 7. I mean, you only have to win 12.5% of the time. Pretty sure. No, 14% of the time. So the idea is to try to stretch your how far you can get. Obviously, stretch the profits, right? Stretch the profits as much as possible. But you see that 74% of the time I'm going for a 1 to 1. The trading obviously needs serious modifications. I mean, we shouldn't be asking, we shouldn't be asking the market for a 1 to 1 when it's willing to give us more than that. You know, um, I get that we're trying to be reasonable. We want a win rate, but that's not how you win. How you win is the equation. Because if you go for a 10 to 1, you're going to collect 10 times the money. Instead of a 1 to 1, you're just going to collect 1 times the money. So, and the trades generally go very far. I mean, 9% of the trades, 9% of the trades, how many trades do we got? Got 140. No, I'm just recording video, but I don't have any viewers, so it doesn't matter. But it's okay. Someday I might, for real, hopefully. Because I got things to say, you know what I'm saying? I got things to say. Yeah. But so it's very telling. So this is like looking at your trading. This is the results, and it's now see-through. It's transparent. And I see that 74% of the time I choose willingly to get out of the trade at 1-1. That is really, 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 it's telling. So, and generally, you can see that the allocation here goes downwards. So it goes 28% of the time it goes 1-1, 15% 2-1, 10% 3-1, and you can see that downtrend, 5% 4-1, but then it starts going up. Starts going up. 5% of the trades go 9-1, but then 10-1, 9%. So do we have this jump at 10-1? It's because I stop showing it at 10-1. So 10 plus basically. So I stop tracking it if it usually goes 10-1. So 10 is a basket full of 10 plus, and actually 9% of the trades do that. So what's the win rate on that? A 10-1, man, 10, I don't even know. 1 divided by 11. What's that? 9%. Oh, look at that. So 9% of the trades need to go 10-1 for you to be profitable at 10-1. So it's essentially break even if you go for 10-1s. But 3-1s is 10% plus all of these go 3-1s. So let's count that up. Um, we can do this easily in this one. I can do that more easily in this. Here we go. Hold on. This setup. This is a lot easier. Just include all your setups. 10, 31, whatever. That doesn't matter. Win or lose. Yeah, good. The average is 44% of the time it wins. So for 1-1, oh, 3-1, 22%. That's negative 3% edge because you need a 25% break even just to be break even. So that difference is negative 3%. Um, is that what we were doing? I believe so. I believe so. Um, so yeah, those are the trades. I can see the allocation of how far these go. That's all I'm saying. You know, most of the time it turns around at 1-1. That's to be, yeah, that's normal. However, a lot of the times they go 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, all the way up here. Um, and then 9-1 is 5%, which is strange because that's not a basket. That's just nine. It does go to 9-1 actually, 5% of the time. The problem is we never really know which ones are going to go and which ones are going to just go for a little bit and come back. But if you look at this bundle between 1 and 3, that's 10, 15, and 28. What's that mean? 10, 15 plus 28. That's 50%. So 50, about half the trades go 1, 2, and 3. Plus 14%, plus 14% is 0, plus 14. So 67%. So about 2/3 of the trades stay with that 3-1. Okay. 3-1 and less. About 2/3. That makes sense if you want to conglomerate like that. So 2/3 of the trades stay under 3. Um, but we do know that anything more than 3, just a 25% win rate would work. So that means 33% go above 3. So it is technically profitable if you hold it past that. However, we don't know if we're going to get out. If we say a 6-1 target, it goes 5-1, we're not going to collect any money on that one, and that'll count as a loss. Or if you move up, stop to break even, you can do that too. But either way, um, yeah, I mean, I still like to go for near targets, but we're going to have to extend ourselves a little bit more because between 4 and 10 is 33%. 33% of the trades, 1/3 go between 4 and 10. That's a large window. So let's narrow it down a little bit more. Between 4 and 8, let's say. 4 and, no, that's too big. 4, if it goes 8 to 1, it sometimes, goes 9 to 1. This is an area where it can keep on going. So, and then it lands 10 plus to 1. So let's do that. 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, 17%, plus 5%. So about quarter of the time it lands between 4 and 9. Makes sense. And then 10 to 1, 9%. So I guess what it's saying, go for larger targets. Go for larger targets. That's what this is saying to me. Don't have, 3/4 of your trade stopping at 1 to 1. You should have an allocation of risk, and you really start allocating, start sprinkling it out, and gradually you're going to end up getting some large winners with a 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 8 to 1, 9 to 1, 10 to 1. If you have a small zone, it can go 10 to 1. Even if it's not a small zone, it can go 10 to 1. So you can sprinkle some of those in to bring your distribution of your risk rewards that you're going for down a little bit and spread it about. You want a little bit more diversification, in my opinion, because this right now is a 1-to-1 strategy. If you trim the fat, it's a 1-to-1 strategy, and your results don't show that. Your results are sprinkled. Your results are really pretty it's allocated. There's front half, yes, 50% of your trades go under 3 to 1. That means you can grab 3 to 1s, but you know what? If you're going to grab 3 to 1, you might as well go within this window and sprinkle it out, because then you collect a lot more if it doesn't end up going. So yeah.